Alright, dude. So let's get in this last game real quick here. This last series. This is gonna be from Team IRK. HaN playing today. So he's a great dude. One of the European community members, part of the Foreign Brewer Discord as well. Really cool guy. Someone who's
who is it? HaN?
Yeah, HaN, aka HaN.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's gonna be going against
Fox in front of
fazek. Fazek looked very strong the last time we casted him, so this is gonna be a good game for sure.
It should be exciting, and that's a tier 1 matchup, I believe.
Yep. I believe so as well. I think Fazek was T1. I honestly, I haven't actually watched HaN play. I know he's been in the Brewer community a long time, but we have watched Fazek before, and he was quite an impressive team.
And HaN is a Zerg, right? So a nice little ZVT to finish things up.
Yep.
I should probably join the lobby, huh?
Yeah, I was waiting.
I was sitting here fiddling around on Discord, looking, trying to find the players on there. Oops.
Alrighty, well, here we go. Last series for the night.
Back to Polaris Rhapsody.
God, I hate this map.
Yeah, definitely a tough map.
Everyone hates this map.
Zerg against Terran. It's
you know who likes this map?
Tough for them.
Protoss players
Blizzard.
like this map. That's it.
I could definitely see that.
Honestly, I don't even know balance-wise. I always generalize that Protoss players like everything that's bad. So, in the top left-hand corner, spawning as the White Zerg, coming from Team IRK, we have the infamous HaN.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have our slick red Terran Fazek. Or Fazek. Could be Fazek.
Faja.
Faj. Yeah, Chess says he dislikes this map ZBT, and I think I would agree with that. A lot of Zergs gonna have a tough time finding that that necessary third gas to really get their late game units pumping.
It is a weird map to play ZBT for sure. I don't want to say it's imbalanced, because I'm not at that level yet where that type of stuff really affects how well I play usually. It's kind of like kind of interesting, because the third map is pretty easily defensible. It's not the idyllic, like, high ground, small ramp, but it's a small enough choke where it's still pretty easily defended with lurkers. One thing that I learned in one of my games, though, is that apparently you can hit some of the defenses that are at the choke with siege tanks from the side. So the siege tanks are pretty well protected just by like a long rush distance between them and the. So that's kind of annoying, but I don't think it's like such a bad third base that it's like impossible to take. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't feel like a terrible. Just it's so awkward and strategically it's so different that I just prefer not to play on if I can help it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't mind this map so much for TVZ, but against Protoss, I've had such a rough time. Like I said earlier, I just had to give it the veto.
We have HaN going for that 12 hatch 12. Just one extra drone snuck out real quickly to just give him a little economic boost. A lot of cranes will just not mess with the later pools. Like, you can go to 13 pool a lot of the time, actually. But Koreans just won't screw with it, because like foreigners don't seem to 8 racks very often, or really go for the bunker rushes anywhere nearly as much. But Koreans love that kind of shit, so they always go for the 11 pool. Alrighty, but our guys seem to be getting off to a pretty normal start here. HaN going for a quick gas. Putting off his third base, or his third hatchery for a little. So this is going to be one of those kind of funky, fast tech builds here. That isn't going to be all in, but he's trying to get some damage done with either some early lurkers or early Beetles, and we'll have to see which one it is in a minute here.
Yeah, Fazek had some interesting SCV cuttings there. He cut all SCVs, till he got up the command center, another supply depot, and then even the refinery.
Oh, no.
Not exactly something I'm 100% familiar with. Normally you want to keep SCVs pumping at all times.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if he's going to try some sort of factory timing. I mean, I think the assumption... Well, no, but he's going for the +1 on his... So... Oh, interesting. Let's see.
This could just be 5x +1, but just with some cut SCVs, I guess. I mean, he is getting the academy now, so it's starting to make sense.
So what do you think? Is this going to be just like the standard +1 5x then going?
That's what it looks like to me. Based on how early he got that +1 started, that's what I would assume.
Okay. In the meantime, though, HaN, just getting his layer about finished here. It looks like we're going to be going Spire play since we don't see any kind of...
Ooh!
Oh.
Hold your tongue. Hold your tongue.
This is interesting. So is he going to be going for drops or something then? I'm not certain what's here. Looks like
yeah, because you would have wanted your Hydrodon to be done when the layer finishes, right? That way you could start.
Oh, I see what happened. Okay, so let's take a look here at this third hatchery here in the center of the map.
Yeah.
So HaN threw down the Hydralisk Den to throw his opponents off and show the Hydralisk Den, and then started the Spire in the center of his main base here. So
yeah,
with
made
any
it a
luck,
fake.
his opponent won't be throwing down too many turrets anywhere, and will be caught by surprise by these mutants a little bit here.
We'll have to see what happens when these comp sets finish.
Yeah, I honestly I like this. So let's just take a look at him. Let's listen for the scans and see where he scans. If he doesn't scan this Spire, it's going to be a pretty big deal.
That's going to be a huge deal if you don't have any turrets up when the mutas get here. That is bad news. And it seems like FaZe is going for that early factory, just going with the 3 racks into tech. I'm a bit surprised by that with how fast he got the +1 timing. But I guess if he saw the Hydrodon, that would make sense. Oh, here comes the scan, and he sees the Spire.
Oof. Alrighty, so we should see some emergency turrets going down right
yep,
away,
here
and
they
so
come.
they do. This is interesting. I mean, fazek is going to be able to field a reasonably large bio army here, and the only thing to be able to deal with it is going to be these Mutalisks. Mutalisks aren't really going to be able to get too much damage done here with these turrets coming up, although I would say that the amount of turrets in the main base right now is a little lacking. So, I mean, but yeah, fazek does reposition his guys to cover the production, so I would say fazek is in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah, definitely not a bad spot at all. Now, what were those cancels there? Were those turrets?
I don't really know. It looks like it might have been. Look at HaN's Mutalisk immediately getting turned around here. He's at the 10 Mutalisk mark right now, so he's going to start being able to fight the Bio Ball and using hold positioning micro to kill off 2 Marines at once. But fazek with very good Marine positioning. No one's really strung out or vulnerable. Ooh, very close.
Wow!
HaN finds the one spot that he can really get some damage done immediately. Just this one high ground turret that isn't even finished up here to make a defense.
And this spot is really annoying, right between the natural and main. The Marines have to walk a very long distance. Well,
it's not only that they have to walk a long distance too, they get strung out. I think it was just pause please with the micro symbol on his keyboard accidentally being hit. Maybe he meant a very quick pause. But yeah, this is hard because running your Marines back and forth, you see how they string out like that? That's what makes your Marines really vulnerable to that hold position micro, because you're going to kill off 2 Marines every volley, and you're able to really do some serious damage to Terran's ability to pressure across the map if you're able to get enough kills. And
it looks like he's just saying he gives up with the defense, and he's just going to go on the offense and start pushing out.
This is
Problem
scary.
is, he only has 2 turrets in the main, and he's got the full 11 mutas. He's going to be able to tear down turrets if he doesn't get the repair right away.
We already have lurkers now morphing at the natural expansion as well for HaN. So even if these units come across the map and try to do some damage here, I mean, what can they realistically do? Sure, you know, this isn't one of those really easily defended third bases that HaN has taken in the top right-hand corner, but this is definitely an easily defended position here. And you have to defend kind of this like large downhill ramp, but 4 lurkers does a really good job versus Bio in these smaller numbers. Ooh, we have a burrow now here. Fazek's army across the map, taking a lot of hits from these lurkers before Fazek responds here. So that's not good at all. In the meantime, HaN has done some serious work. Look at these SCV counts, man. Neither of these mineral lines are fully saturated right now.
I'm a bit surprised he didn't finish off everything in the main. There's only 1 turret shooting him, and he started shooting supply depots.
And HaN is about to sandwich his opponent
boy,
now.
trying to get this around.
Lurkers, Lings, and Mutas all coming in here at once. He's going to be able to clean this up. No problem. This is a lot of Mutalists. Well, I was going to say no problem, but unfortunately the Lurker Bros weren't too good.
Coming out.
And the Lean Micro was a little funky as well. But overall, I mean, HaN is just such a fantastic spot still, dude. Like, he did a ton of economic damage here. He's got a double gas third base already down. And, I mean, he's got macro hatcheries. He should have Hive on the way soon. Is this the Queen's Nest? Yeah, look at that. Hive's going to be on the way soon. And his Terran opponent is really very much hindered in the economic department. There really aren't going to be as many Marines streaming across the map as there should be.
Yeah, opting not for that 5th Rax and just to go straight to tech. He just doesn't have enough bio to really put his foot out the door like he wants to. That was a lot of mutas he killed in that last engagement, though. That was really beneficial for him.
The muta count would have been very helpful to potentially pick off this tank here, and make these lurkers much more of a threat. But even still, like, it almost doesn't matter. Fazek still doesn't know about the top right-hand base, and the 4th gas is able to run out of control very quickly. I mean, we got Hive about halfway done. Once defilers are on the map, it's going to be very scary, and HaN is going to have all the gas in the world to be able to produce the tech units that he wants.
Okay, he gets his tank back, thank God.
It was a bait tank.
Yeah, I guess so. Bait tank for 3 Zerglings. But this third base is well defended. He does scan it now. There's already a couple of Sunkens on the way. He's already got lurkers here, not to mention his entire army.
Hey, well, I mean, look at this. This is a fairly powerful Zerg army, but there really aren't enough links here to be able to tank very much for these lurkers, and the tank is going to be able to put on a lot of pressure.
Oh boy, this is a good engagement with Terran.
Oh man, and the radiate on the Mutalists.
Strong irradiate on the mutas.
And the splits aren't that good here, unfortunately, for HaN. His Mutalist count gets decimated. So, I mean, it looked like there were a lot of really good lurker spawns here on the Marine count, but unfortunately, the really important thing here is going to be the tanks. The tanks are going to be what's able to apply that like eternal pressure here at the third base. Lurker's just really not great at defending against tanks. But when you even have a drop coming across the map now, heading to the main base, I think it was spotted, but I mean, like, as far as the mini-map goes, but I don't think HaN was able to see it, because he did have Scourge and everything in the air. So this might be able to do a decent amount of damage. A couple of Hydralisks and Lings flying down the ramp into the natural expansion, trying to be able to pressure this natural of the Terran. And we haven't the unload, and so this is actually kind of scary. But HaN instantly responds by pulling the drones. Not too many losses here. And there is a big engagement at the natural at the same time. Alrighty, bunker goes down now. This is a pretty big deal. At the third, we also have an engaging army here. Oh man, we have action all over the map right now. In the main base, we still have the drop.
This is crazy.
Looks like the natural expansion now has been cleaned up. Phasek stabilizing there. But the Defiler Den, oh man, if he's able to cancel this consume, this is going to be a massive, massive delay.
And
it goes down!
Oh my god!
Doesn't get finished. That means that Defilers are going to be next to useless for a much longer time to go. This is a huge deal. Dude, are we going to have a science
interesting
fest
too, because he didn't target that down for a long time. He could have had a couple of buildings down there, but he was just so distracted by the attack in his natural.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was so much going on. Can you really blame anyone for not being able to respond to all of it at once?
Yeah, that was some serious multitasking on 3 different fronts there.
Alrighty, and now dropping behind the third mineral line here, although a very nice quick unburrow and reburrow here. From,
Lurkers at the ready.
Doesn't take too much damage.
Saves a Marine with probably 1 hit point there.
Look at that. We got a Defiler out here on the map. Doesn't even have consume. Just a sad boy sitting here with no energy. Just a real lethargic, kind of chubby.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. He's real tired.
Oh, getting a lot of these medics here. That's not something you want to be spending your gas and rebuilding.
Yeah, medic. It's so funny because like a lot of people don't realize how impactful medic production is on your ability to continue to produce other units like tanks and things like that. They really do add up.
They take longer to build than Marines, and yeah, they cost 25 gas.
Oh
so
no!
every time you
Marines
lose a couple,
walking across the map into lurker fire. Oh man, that was a ton of units going down for absolutely nothing. Han feeling a little confident now, pushing his guys up here, but I don't know. We still don't have a swarm quite yet. But hopefully, I would like to see Han picking up this tank on the ramp in just a second once the 4 more energy gets produced on his Defilers. Meantime, we do have a 6 o'clock base coming down for our Terran player.
Oh, drop ship moving right next to a couple of Scourge!
And it's gone!
Oh, that's
and no
painful.
units escape out of that drop ship. And that is a very nice pickup for Han. Han now throwing down another macro hatchery at his 3rd base. Looking to be in an okay position if he's able to break out here on the map, and he should once his Defilers have consume again. Just getting it started now, though. Oh man, that's such a massive delay. Look how long it's been since he's been able to make use of his Defilers here. And that's opened up a nice window for Terran to continue to pressure.
That is a huge delay on consume. That drop was very impactful on the main there. And it looked like fazek was trying to double expand behind this, get lost his EC bottom left.
And Han very smartly scouting out this wraparound here from the Terran. He's got a massive number of units in position, and he's got 1 swarm in the bank. Doesn't waste it on the initial. Oh my gosh, is he going to be able to get both these tanks with these lurkers? Unsiege! Fazek, unsiege! Tank number 1 goes down. Tank number 2. Oh, and he gets it with the very last spine! Oh my gosh. There are not too many, well, I was going to say there aren't too many lurkers here, but there's plenty of lurkers to deal with the remainder of this army, and now we have bio units streaming across the map into these swarm lurkers and they're just getting given away for free once again.
Oh, losing a ton of.
In the meantime, we did miss it, unfortunately. My bad, guys. I'm sorry I can't catch everything while mobs in. But this bottom left-hand corner base did get canceled, so Fazek currently is only going to be on these 3 bases, although having that 4th would have been an insanely greedy play. Getting that up would have been just game-changing. But now, these groups of units getting sandwiched in here, basically just trying to get as much damage as they can. But, oh my gosh, and the Lurker survives with just 2 HP. Oh my. Fazek, man.
Yeah, deleting this bio army over and over and over again is just huge. He's never been able to build up that giant ball that just wrecks everything.
You know,
and
that's
when you look at the supplies, Han
that.
is actually ahead.
It's
that
so
is
funny
not
that you
where you
say
want to
that,
be.
because it did feel that way. And I was like, what is he doing wrong? But then I remembered, he did lose like a bajillion SCVs in the early game to that Mutalisk attack. So, I mean, I would say that Fazek is doing quite a respectable job considering how badly the early game went for him with the early Muta attack from Han, just being able to do pretty devastating damage. But this is a extremely scary lurker army, and now that we have consume on these defilers here, it's going to be very difficult for him to be able to stop this. I would have really loved to see an irradiate on this singular defiler, because I mean, killing 1 out of like 9 or 10 or 11, however many lurkers are here, isn't going to be anywhere near as impactful as keeping storms out of the game, out of the equation.
He's been losing a lot of science vessels as well, just slowly but surely. Every engagement he loses like 1 or 2.
Yeah,
and that's a ton of gas for only a 2 gas.
Ooh, and another drop gets caught before it even lands. Man, Fazek is just getting taken apart by some almost like surgical precision out of HaN here.
The drop defense has been fantastic. He landed 1.
It's been actually ridiculous. I mean, that was one heck of a drop, but I mean, throwing away dropships in units for free is never what you want as Terran.
He's been kiting these lurkers pretty well, though. The entire time he's been trying to move down here, he's been losing like 1 or 2 lurkers at a time. And it's gotten so bad now that he only has, what, 5 left, I think? Yeah, just 5. But that's about all you need. There's no bio really left out here.
Yeah, I mean, these 2 lurkers, if they get supported here, if these 3 lurkers get supported with a wave of wings, they should be able to take command of this. Oh, and wow!
Oh,
those fire bats get taken out instantly. Again? Man, Fazek is just getting ripped apart by HaN in this game. HaN not looking like he should be allowed in this tier of competition. Wow, that was so impressive by HaN. Man, what an incredible precise play out of HaN.
Yeah, that was surgical.
Extremely good. Fazek though, no slouch, man. I mean, Fazek didn't look bad that game. He just took some really devastating early damage, and then afterwards it's like, well, you do have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not having the turrets set up in the main was a huge boon to HaN, being able to just kill 1 turret and then sit on the SCV line. He killed like 15 or so, and that is just huge. Tough to come back from that.
Alrighty, dude. So let me go ahead and get him up quick. Moment, please. While I was doing that, I just wanted to check on that like Wade Master guy who was like trying to tell me what I was saying wrong in the cast. I was just like, I'm gonna check on his MMR real quick, and he's 1100. It's like, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Who do you think you're talking to?
He's smurfing, bro. Obvious.
Avi. Alrighty, BossRoss, are you ready to get into game number 2 of HaN versus Fazek?
That's right, going to the standard of standard maps, Fighting Spirit.
Can we get a big ol' yawn for Fighting Spirit real quick? Fighting Spirit, oh my god, the most tired map in history. Oh my god, oh, my back. Ugh. Well, let's get right on into it, guys. In the top left-hand corner, spawning as the white Terran, aka the brown Terran, because I'm just looking at... I was looking at HaN's name, and I was like, he's not white. What's going on here? The brown Terran. We have down game in the series so far. We have Fazek.
And in the bottom right, we have the player who is actually white. It is the Zerg player, HaN. Mr. HaN, I feel like I should call him.
Senor.
It's Senor HaN.
He's French, though. So Monsieur HaN.
Me too, that's just
Monsieur HaN. Alright,
Monsieur HaN. So this clan Urk, is that something that's very popular?
IRK is a clan that has been around StarCraft since 1999, my friend.
Wow, that is
Originally,
long time ago.
it was a clan before Brood War was even released. This was a clan for original StarCraft.
Well, Brood War was released in '98, so if this clan was around in '99, yes, sir.
Well, you know what? That's what Age told me.
'97 for StarCraft.
Yeah, you're right. What are you saying was originally was a vanilla StarCraft clan. So I think it didn't hop on the Brood War train right away.
It was the younger players that couldn't afford the $20 expansion.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that's what Age told me. So.
I mean, I know I was an OG StarCraft player for a little while. Not that I ever played one-on-ones or anything, but I did not have Brood War for a few years into playing StarCraft.
Club Sludge, yeah, so we're casting from replays, but we are casting live, so what's up, dude? Welcome to the chat.
We are live. The games are not.
Doing it live!
I'll dog ride it, and we'll do it live.
Alrighty, so, yeah, Han really liking his late pools here. I like it, man. It's a nice little economic advantage that you can get into.
Yeah, especially on Fighting Spirit, 4-player map. It's really greedy to try and get
What just happened?
Really on. What was that? A depot that got canceled?
Yeah, what's going on?
I was looking at the Zerg player. I missed it. Maybe he wanted the money for the command center, I assume.
Okay. Yeah, I think he scouted and decided to go for the CC. But it was funny though, because it looked like
hatch first.
You remember in Remastered when it first came out, like SCVs, like when they're building, sometimes they would do weird paths and then just like make stuff explode.
Nope.
Okay, well there's like there's a GIF out there, for example, of a SCV building a turret right next to a tank, and the SCV would do his like little dance around the turret as he's building it, and he got on top of the tank and the tank just exploded.
No, that's news to me.
Yeah. It has something to do with tanks being like immobile, so you can like so when you put a tank into siege mode, it won't move. Okay.
Right.
So if you queue up
even
the
if a
movement
lands
to
on
like
it.
yeah, I was gonna say like if you queue up like a barracks, and the siege tank goes into siege mode like at the same time, the barracks will just like crush the tank and it'll explode. So I think this is what happened with the SCV as well, because it couldn't move, it just exploded.
That's interesting. Yeah, I was not. Haven't seen that one. That's new.
Yeah, pretty weird stuff. So
the tank exploding from a building landing on it, I believe, happened in a pro game a long time ago.
All I know is I saw it happen on Hotos's stream once, and he like exploded, pretty much. Like I would explode.
He had a tank explode on him.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and he went,
I mean,
like,
it's super rare.
Yeah, he just got so upset though. I was like, oh man, I'm so sorry, Artosis. Can't believe this happened to you, bro. Alright, so it looks like we're going for a Mutalisk play again, because we do have a no Hydralisk Den yet, and typically you want the Hydralisk Den right when Zerg layer is about at 50%. You can also think about it in the way that if you're playing you got your layer done, so that's your first 100 gas. Second 100 gas will go to your speed, and then once you've got 50, you throw in your Hydralisk. So there's two good ways of remembering when you need to put your Hydralisk Den down to get the upgrade started as soon as the layer is finished. Either way you want to think about it, as long as you do it on time, it's good to go.
And up here on the Terran side, we're floating a little bit of money, but we do have the eBay down, the Academy's coming down, and here come the barracks. So it's looking like the last game of 5 racks plus 1. Hopefully this time he won't scout a sneaky Hydra Den that really throws a wrench in his plans. I doubt that'll be the case this time.
I mean, he
Here
responded
come
really
all
well,
four.
though. Last game he responded
good thing he
super
scanned.
well.
It was a good thing he scanned. He was not fooled totally.
Alrighty, so yep, Han going straight for the just standard 3 hatch. This is 5. I mean, start 5 hatch. What am I saying? 5 racks.
The 5 racks plus 1.
Yeah, 5 racks plus 1. 5 racks Hydra, dude. Yeah, okay, so I slept. I'm not gonna lie. I slept till 3 p.m. today.
Oh my god, what?
I stayed up. I bought Slay the Spire last night, and I was playing it, and I stayed up way too late, like till like 2 or 3 o'clock, but I haven't slept all week. And I have a bunch of extra days off this week because I just have time off that I'm being forced to take or whatever. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like not doing anything. It's great. It's great. So I slept till 3, but like I woke up and I got up, like I ate, you know, I did like my morning ritual. I took a shower, all that stuff, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta cast. So my brain's a little hazy right now. So if I'm seeing weird stuff, that's totally the way it's been.
That's always fun.
Dude, have you been watching Day 9? I bought Slay the Spire too. No, I haven't. Has he been playing Slay the Spire? All I know is I've been wanting to get it for a long time. And I just last night I was like really not happy with Magic the Gathering Online or Magic the Gathering Arena not being up because today is up for the pre-release of the new set. So I was like, I need to play a card game, and I don't want to play Hearthstone because I'm mad at that game. So I'm gonna play Slay the Spire. So yeah, I've been playing Slay the Spire. It's been great so far. Very, very fun.
Certainly not a fan of Hearthstone. I do like Magic though. But a lot of people in our team, we have like 2 or 3 people, including one of our coaches that plays Slay the Spire. They're like obsessed with it.
Yeah, it's really good. You'd really like it.
Possibly. The only card game I've ever liked was Magic.
Yeah, it's different.
That's nice. Fazek gets a scan of the 3rd pretty much as soon as it goes down. His mutas have just been kind of chilling outside the natural. We're turning it up this time.
I'm not sure what happened
Got all
with
5
HaN's
racks
build.
going.
It looked like a standard 3 racks or 3 hatch muta. God, see, I'm missing my words up like crazy today. It looked like a pretty standard 3 hatch muta. So I'm not sure why he didn't pop with 9 at once. Because we didn't see an excessive amount of Sunkens or anything like that. This isn't an excessive amount of Lings either. But man, HaN doing a very good job here in the middle of the map, getting some value out of his Mutalisk. Unfortunately, the Mutalisk micro isn't as wonderful as it could be. But this is going to be enough Mutalisk, I think, with some reinforcing wings to stop the 3rd from getting sniped. Like, man,
He just lost 2 mutas for free. I don't think they were even on the control group.
I was gonna say that's a pretty big deal here, though. So HaN is now canceling his 3rd base, not actually even seeing any real pressure from the Marines, but just knowing that the Marines are coming, HaN decides to go ahead and cancel it so that way he doesn't lose the 300 mineral investment that he would have had to make to put it down. So, overall,
yeah, it completing would have gained him nothing.
Yeah, it would have just gotten shot.
I'm glad that he canceled it. Yeah.
I like it too. I wish this drone was a little bit better hidden. There's a couple spots that you can hide him behind these little spires, those little like pillars of rock or whatever. But HaN not in a terrible spot.
Oh, but it was just out of the way of that scan there. So he's gonna be able to get away with hiding it.
Yeah, but fazek, knowingly. Oh man, fazek in for some trouble though.
In the natural.
And this bunker's already low.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh man, this is very scary. fazek on his way to take out the 3rd base of HaN.
Bunker though. All these mutas are gonna go down instantly.
Yeah, but look at the positioning here. These SCVs are gonna get stuck on each other. A bunch of them escape. Oh man, but we do have a push now at the natural expansion of HaN, and HaN just now starting some lurkers here. This is really unfortunate. I think HaN is dead. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Terran's going to be able to hold the ramp, but same can't be said for Zerg. He's going to go in for the kill shot. No. Hangs it back. But he just needs a scan as soon as these lurkers pop, and that's going to be it. 1 and 2.
Oh man, losing this layer is a massive, massive issue here. HaN smartly throwing down a sunken colony at the top of the ramp. He's got some lurkers to hold this, but for how long? How long can HaN stay in this game? I don't know, man. This is massive. That was the layer. That wasn't even just some pleb hatchery. HaN is getting all the way set back to hatchery tech. He's gonna have to go and get himself a new layer before he's able to get himself the queen's nest, and then he's gonna have to go hive. Oh, okay, the queen's nest is up, so this is okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's better than if there was no queen's nest, because his hive would be just delayed for forever.
Yeah, but only on 2 base. I mean, at least he saved all of his drones.
Yeah, and at least fazek doesn't know about the 3rd.
That's true.
These lurkers now getting cleaned up with minimal losses for the Marines here. Wait, is there no scan? Oh, yeah. This lurker's gonna sit here for a long time because there's still not a scan.
Yeah, it is just out of the turret detection range.
Alrighty. On
This is an
moving some
interesting
defenses over to
state.
his third now. Yeah, I'm very scared for Han right now. I would have really liked Han to do something tricky here, right? So there are a lot of things that a lot of Zerg players don't make use of that I love to do that no one does for some reason. And one of the things would have been a hold position lurker defense. Could have gotten him back in the game really well.
Oh, quick reaction by fazek there to make sure you didn't lose a whole bunch of that bio.
But fazek looking like a monster, man. Look at how active he's being all over the map. He's running around, making sure that there's no third bases or hidden bases going down now for Han. He's setting up his factories up in the top right-hand corner, getting ready to expand, take his third, and make his mech transition. Like, this is very well played by fazek, guys.
And we have a counter swing here coming from Han, going for the natural. It hasn't been scouted. Like, this bio completely missed it, I think.
I like this because Han right now is in this very incredibly precarious position. These tanks are going to be able to kill him because he won't have defilers in time to make any kind of lurker defense at his bases.
But
So
these tanks are just going down.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. So this is his only way to keep his opponent on their side of the map for a little while still. So notice how fazek has been pulled back all the way to his natural expansion. And if he's gonna push, he's gonna push. It's gonna take a bit longer now. So, I mean, he got a couple of tanks for it. He got some units for it. It wasn't the most successful attack ever, but it did what it needed to do because we still don't have hive tech. We don't even have a lair yet, do we? Oh my gosh, we don't even have a lair. I don't know how Han is going to last for very much longer. I mean, tanks are just going to be able to roll him eventually.
Yeah, I think after fazek spotted that third location there, the 3, I think Han might have should have used that drone in the bottom left to make a sneaky base. That would have been one of the only ways he can come back from this would be economic advantage.
Yeah, I'm so worried right now for Han. Like, if you get... God, he's just been getting so much value out of these lurkers, though. Like, he may be able to just get another god tier engagement.
He's gonna need one because he's really down in supply now, and things are just starting to spiral out of control.
Right.
With Terran getting his
like,
natural back up and a third.
It looks like Han might be trying to set up some kind of lurker attack here. Oh man, and then the tanks are out by themselves.
The tanks are out of position. Yeah, this is. Oh my goodness! And he never moved the Marines.
Oh no!
That's tanks.
Oh man, and all the tanks go down. This is a massive move by Han.
Oh, Burrow!
Run! Do something. Okay.
There you go. All the way. Oh, that was huge.
Yeah. So this is...
But the problem is Terran has that third up in the top right corner, and this is... you can't let him have that.
Yeah, but I mean, Han has bought a lot... Oh my god, there was a drop this whole time.
Oh, yep.
I didn't even hear it. Oh my god.
Good game.
Well, no,
not quite,
it's not. But he got a whole bunch of drones. How did we not see that? I didn't see that coming across at all. I think it was at the same time as that tank. The tank's getting sniped. I think that's why we missed it. Man. Now this drop
does have quite a few lurkers, but without defilers, yeah, they're just not going to be able to hold on.
Well, not for a little while. I mean, that's the thing. That's why you need the tanks. That's why sniping the tanks was such a big deal. Because you can kind of hold against bio with lurkers, especially once you've got if you've got enough of them for quite some time. But right now, the tanks count has been reset, kind of. The Terran player here, so he's not able to do those really hard pushes where you just cannot stop it without Defiler Tech, you know? Oh my gosh, the Hydra didn't get saved with 55 HP. That's a big deal.
Yeah. For now,
oh man!
Trying to set down to finish this.
Han, just catching more reinforcing tanks. There's some lurkers here at the natural expansion. This is so important.
I mean, talk about getting efficiency. I mean, he was down by 50 supply. He's still down by 40, but I mean, I can't believe he's hanging up.
Yeah. I'm surprised this game isn't over yet. I mean, he lost his natural expansion, which was the layer.
Lost his layer, yeah. He still hasn't even remade layer. Is he hoping to maybe attempt to win on just layer tech?
I mean, you can.
And he loses the Hydra down to 1 Marine. Ugh.
In the meantime, though, a massive spine.
Talk about efficiency! Oh my god! He moves his bio closer and eats a couple more spines.
Yeah, huge chunks of units, just swaths, getting taken down. But that's the real problem here. Isn't these like trades right now going on in the expansions here of HaN, man? HaN doesn't he doesn't have any answers to these top right bases, especially on Fighting Spirit.
I don't think he knew about them till just now.
Breaking these bases is like so difficult on Fighting Spirit. It's insane. You know, you can put two engineering bays here, and then like the tanks just can kill an infinite number of ground units down there. Nice snipe on the science vessel. Nice little taking out these remaining medics from the drop. A long time. I mean, making some good moves here, but I'm just... Man, he is in such a rough spot right now. HaN still hasn't remade his lair. He's just not going for any kind of tech. HaN is looking to play this muscly style of Zerg, and hopefully he's able to get on a couple more expansions, and I don't know. I just don't know what the plan for the late game is. How do you beat this?
With just layer tech. I have no idea.
Look at how many tanks are in the top right. The turrets are starting to get up now, so you can't drop it.
Yeah.
Like once this base is totally fully secured, it's like how can a Zerg even hope to deal with that?
Fazek says when you get ahead, you get more ahead.
Well, yeah, especially if you're playing mech. Jeez. Mech is like the ultimate get ahead, get more ahead.
Yeah, I'm surprised the middle isn't completely full.
This one Marine gets caught by these two lurkers out there. That's so sad. He was running for so long. Could you imagine being that guy?
Just the control group of him earlier.
Yeah, he's just like running around. He's like, hop, 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 hop. Oh god! And he's just being chased by like a full control group of lurkers, just running his little ass off. Hop, 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 hop. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just gets spined by some lurkers that are already in position. It's the saddest story. Here comes another guy.
HaN finally put down this base in the bottom left, the one that I said he should have put down earlier.
And immediately,
and right as it's about to finish, oh my god!
Isn't that heartbreaking? Oh my gosh!
Oh, I mean, for me, it's pleasure, but it's brutal for HaN. He really really could use this base.
Yeah, I mean, he's done such a magnificent job. Like, I am so incredibly surprised how well he's just been. It looks like a Protoss army, right? Like, it's just like he's like roaming around the map, except for instead of Dragoons and Zealots and Templar, it's just freaking lurkers. But he's doing such a great job getting all over this. But look at the mech army, they're just piling up in the top right-hand corner.
Yeah, finally starting to produce vultures now. It's only going to be a matter of time until there are mines everywhere. And he's kept these racks going this entire time. He did not make a full commitment to the mech. With only the 3 total factories. Oh, just eating up this bio here in the bottom.
Oh my gosh.
And now he shows his clump of mutas. He's been stocking up mutas for a while.
We're gonna fly right over this clump of Marines, though.
Oh boy.
Well, and he immediately loses a muta.
Yep, and now losing almost 2 lurkers. Yep, 2 lurkers.
Uphill lurkers, much worse than downhill lurkers. But these lurkers have done enough that these mutas should be able to clean up with some micro. Oh, but no micro!
Oh, what are you talking about?
It!
Oh, they're getting eaten!
Oh my
now
gosh!
He shoves them all in a bunker! Oh!
This is filthy.
You know, for all the efficiency he's had this whole game, that it was just brutal to watch.
Oh man, I know. Wow. That was so much money. I mean, and those mutas could have been microed no problem to kill all that with no losses. But unfortunately, HaN just prioritizing his mechanics a little bit over his micro. But I mean, generally speaking, dude, that is the choice, right? That's the issue. So if you're gonna spend, forever in a day microing your units, you're never gonna have enough units. But instead, Han loses 5 mutas to like nothing, right? But then guess what? A whole bunch more mutas just show up and he's good.
Look at all these full energy vessels. Are they going to irradiate? Oh, there they go.
Some nice splits. I don't think this is worth it, Han. I don't know if this is worth it. Oh, but some more mutas come in here.
If he can kill them all, what are you doing? Finish him!
Han, go!
Don't let him get away! I mean, they still have energy for
Scourge.
even more irradiate. There we go. There we go. Now get rid of the irradiate. Get rid of the irradiated one!
No! Oh, okay.
Oh my god!
Oh,
But they took so
my heart.
much damage.
Look at there's this one guy who's like, bro, get away from me, bro! Bro, get off me! He's got 11 HP before the guy goes away. Oh, man.
Was there a base up here that got canceled recently? Up at the 12?
Yeah, I mean, it just got
There's so
canceled by
much
the
shit
Heroes.
going on everywhere. I can't even.
6 o'clock getting denied by that base right now, or down there. Bottom left
dropship.
getting put down now. But look
You
at
can
all the
tell
brown on
this
this
is
map.
tier 1 with all the multitasking, all of the different stuff going on. We got a drop going on in the bottom right. Han's all over it with lurkers and mutas already.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, all that gets eaten. They don't. Those Marines didn't get a thing done.
So many mutalists though. I mean,
We
he's taken
finally
out
have-
the science vessels, but still.
Yeah, and we finally have our hive tech on the way. Ultra Cavern coming up.
You know, the funny thing though is that the mutalists have forced some Goliaths like a little, I think, earlier than you really want to have Goliaths in your army.
He hasn't even used it though. I mean,
Yeah,
he's just been
but he
sitting
well, he
on this
hasn't-
mech army.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But he wasn't able to get out of his base once the mutalists came out, right? With all the mutalists on the map, it would have been suicide. So, but now look at this powerful mech army starting to filter its way down here.
Yep, moving on its way up to the 3 o'clock base here. And there's nothing to defend this but a couple of sunkens. That's not going to work.
Yeah, but you know they're really. Let's see. There's 3 Goliaths here right now. These mutalists can come in and clean this up, no problem.
A couple of vultures coming in to harass the 0 probes that are in the bottom left.
And now the Goliath army has arrived down here. These mutalists are trying, you know, making a valiant effort to try to clean this up. There's just not enough. And the Goliath production is going to get out of control because, as we see in the top right-hand corner, the factory count is just absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah, it's finally exploded. Coming into the full mech switch. The barracks have floated all over the map. And this is going to be tough for Han to deal with.
Yeah. Fazek throwing units to the bottom left-hand corner over and over and over again is just going to be eventually going to get the mine hit to clean up the lanes that try to kill him or try to come over here to defend, and it's gonna clean up every one of those probes. Oh man, some lurkers about to die to some mines. Man, that's very disheartening. Alrighty, finally we have
Ultras
slow
are finally
ultras on the
out.
map.
Yeah. But mech is so powerful against ultras.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. Ultras are like good in a sense against Goliaths, but Goliaths just do such a great job body blocking for these guys. Like the tanks
Yeah, and
are
then
the
while
ones
the
that do the
tanks,
damage.
yeah, tanks do insane damage to ultras.
Oh my gosh, dude, look at this map.
The map is crazy. There's a brown and white shit everywhere. Mech switches are
Alrighty.
crazy. I'm not quite skilled enough to do a mech switch, so I hardly ever see a game state like this.
Well, big old mech army now moving its way down to the natural expansion, and this is gonna be a dead natural expansion number
Yeah.
2 for Han. But man,
Yeah, and-
could you imagine that this game would go this long?
Yeah, no,
After Han
played
lost his natural expansion,
fantastically.
what an actual god. This guy is
Yeah.
looking so strong. That was a killing blow for any lesser Zerg.
Right. At the same time, I think Fazek decided just to make sure that he couldn't lose the game. Make sure it was impossible to lose.
You're right.
And that was part of the reason I think HaN was able to get back into it.
You're right. That is very true. I mean, he did set up, instead of going for a really aggressive mid game, he decided to just go sit back, macro. Like, look at these bases, man. Like, Fazek was on some fucking monster shit right now.
He was everywhere.
Yeah, looking like an absolute boss this game. So, wow. I did not expect us to get into a game number 3 because HaN looks so incredibly powerful. Game number 1 in Polaris Rhapsody. But it looks like that is exactly what we're going to get, guys.
Yeah, well, when your mutas don't come over and kill 12 SCVs, you get a much different game. And Fazek showing us what he's really made of, executing a mech switch very well. That was just a good game all around. I'm glad we get to finally see a 3rd game series.
Alrighty, my friend. Let's go ahead and get into our last game for the evening. It's going to be HaN versus Fazek, game number 3 on Circuit Breaker. Before we get it started though, guys, please follow the channel, check out the CPL, go to Team Liquid, go check out the CPL thread, join the Discord, do everything it takes to come and support the Coach Pupil League. This is the best thing going on right now in Brood War for any new players for the foreign scene. I think this is one of the greatest things to get people. Go ahead and check all that stuff out. Would really appreciate that. And thank you guys. Thank you In Control, Urbman, and Shoop the Whooper for the follows, guys, or for the posts rather. Thanks for helping us get the word out about it. It's awesome. Alrighty, man. You ready, BossRoss, to get on into this last game of the series?
I am. Should be an exciting one. Going with Fighting Spirit 2.0.
Yeah. So true, right?
Honestly, just a better version of Fighting Spirit, I think. The one thing I really dislike about it is not being able to build in the center. God, that drives me crazy.
Yeah, man, it just sucks that you can't collect your free wins via, cheesy 2-racks bullshit.
No, man, screw the 2-racks. It's against Protoss. Not being able to build missile turrets
and stuff
drives me crazy. Nothing I like more than Fighting Spirit throwing supply depots and turrets in the middle of the map. It's just, makes life so much easier.
Well, guys, in the top left-hand corner, spawning as the purple Zerg, coming down from 1-1 now, we have HaN.
And the bottom right-hand corner, we have the white Terran Fazek bringing it back with a mech switch, tying the series up 1-1. Looking for a strong finish here from our Terran player.
Oof. Alrighty, man. So, what do you think? How do you feel about this?
Cross positions, Circuit Breaker. I don't think we could have asked for something better here.
Yeah,
feeling like we're gonna see some similar macro strategies. Can't imagine nothing too crazy is gonna happen in the early game.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like maybe if I was gonna make a prediction right now, I would think HaN would come out of it. I don't think that there's a crazy skill differential between these two guys, but the amount of work that HaN was able to do with a small amount of the lurkers last game really impressed me. And he did look incredible game number 1 as well. So I'm a little bit worried for Fazek, although Fazek has shown some very impressive games as well. Game number 2 did look pretty strong, but I also feel like he might have gotten a little lucky with the bust at the natural expansion with those bio units. And that's kind of what gave him that game number 2, because he was able to bust that for pretty much just one group of bio units, and that was a pretty big game changing. So
yeah, it was an interesting counterattack scenario that led to that bust. But yeah, I mean he lost so much to lurkers that game. I mean, honestly, it's almost like HaN should just forego mutas entirely. Just go with the lurker tech. I mean, he slaughtered Fazek's bio pretty much that entire game with lurkers.
Yeah, it was actually insane how much value he got out of the lurker count. I've seen a couple of other people play like that before, like Machine likes to play like the really heavy style. It's more of an old school muscular style. A lot of people don't play. I think Faust likes to play that too because he doesn't like to use defilers. One of our CPL coaches, very cool guy, big part of the community here as well.
Zerg player that doesn't like to use defilers?
I don't like using defilers, dude. You know how hard defilers are to use? They're so fucking hard to use, dude. You have no idea. It takes so much APM to just micromanage them.
You're telling
like a whole
me, man.
nother
Try
game.
playing a TVP.
Ah, it's so frustrating.
So much stuff to do in a TVP. You gotta lay mines everywhere. You have to siege and unsiege properly all the time. I mean, one engagement goes wrong where you're not sieged.
Yeah, and you just lose.
I guess
so
it's the
crazy.
same with Zerg in a CVT though. You know, one missed Dark Swarm or one missed Consume can cost you.
Yeah, but it's just I 100% understand. You know, not wanting to use defilers, but they're so good. Like that's the thing.
They are
like
crazy good.
Like from the Terran perspective, you're like, oh my god. Are you kidding me?
We have a lonely Marine heading all the way up to the Zerg Natural right now. I'm not sure what he's doing out here in no man's land.
He's trying to save his friend. These guys are soulmates right here.
And the SCV looks like he's gonna sacrifice himself for his Marine brethren.
He's like, Rose, you take the door. This is Jack right now.
Oh, and he blocks.
He's freezing. He's gonna
the
die in the ocean by himself. So sad. What a selfless SCV.
So how do you feel about making the layer at the natural? Do you like that for the extra HP?
Yeah. So.
But you could see in that last game how it really kind of cost him.
Yeah, but okay. So here, let's talk about this for a second. Okay. So I like the layer a lot at the natural for this reason. Okay. So the layer has more HP than the hatchery. Okay. So if you check it out, you have 1800 versus 1250. And so if you lose your natural hatchery, almost any point in the game, unless you're on like 30 bases or whatever in the map anyways, it's basically game over, right? So I'd rather have a less of a chance of losing this base to begin with than losing the layer completely, right? Because I feel like if you lose this base, regardless of whether it was a layer or not, you usually lose anyways. So I think that having a more resilient natural expansion is a little more important than, you know, not losing your layer tech if you lose your natural expansion.
That's true. How often does your natural hatchery get hit though, when it's not going to go down? You know what I mean?
I mean, pretty often. Sometimes it depends on how you're playing or whatever, but like a lot of times it'll start taking pokes from siege tanks while your defilers are like still consuming up the top of the ramp and stuff like that. And having a little extra HP makes a big deal. Makes a big difference.
Yeah, especially once it goes to hive. How much HP does that then? 2,500 or something?
I have no idea.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to
that. Once you have hive, you're just like, well, it's indestructible, so...
Yeah, I mean, if I'm losing bases by the time I'm on hive tech, I'm probably losing anyways.
I'd imagine a hive tech is the point where if you do lose bases, it's okay, because you've advanced so far.
Yeah, losing your hive is actually not that bad, because normally
you have all your
whatever
tech
you need.
structures.
Exactly. Like sometimes it'll be like,
you lose out on the upgrades, though.
Well, you lose out on but often you'll already have it started and stuff like that. Like the worst thing is that when they kill your hive, and like you haven't gotten something down, and then you're just like, oh shit. But that almost never happens.
They kill the defiler mound afterwards, and you're like, uh-oh.
Alrighty, so we do have a nice solid 3-hatch Muta coming out. And once again, this is another 5 racks, rather, plus 1. Dude, I know, I told you, man, I'm so tired. Got a 5 racks plus 1. But no turrets this time.
Yeah, and we have the full 9 mutas. Marines coming over quickly to help, but that's 3, 4 SCVs going down, 5 SCVs, 6 quite a few.
For almost nothing, a little bit of Muta HP.
For literally nothing, yeah. 1 Muta lost 70 HP. Another one lost half.
Very nice. And the units are out of position.
The
Lean's coming and diving on this bunker. This is a huge deal.
Uh-oh.
The Muta's having a little bit of a hard time with the micro. It looks like maybe And
the macro is slipping as well. None of these barracks are lit up.
There they go now, but oh boy, that was a long time.
Oh, Han, be careful, Han. You're taking a lot of hits on these mutas, Han. What are you doing, Han?
Oh, they're all getting pretty low. A couple of them going down. They
All
are
right.
big time bruised now.
That was very close. But I mean, in the
He's gonna
meantime,
live to fight another day, but he's lost a ton of SCVs here, and yep, Han already moving to take that third base. This is reminiscent of the first game.
yeah, but here's the thing. Okay, this is so one of the reasons why this is a really very good thing that Han is being very aggressive versus fazek is it appears that Han prioritizes his macro. Okay, so sure he lost 2 or 3 mutas here, but Han is always using his larva back at his base, even when he's attacking. You know. So Han is constantly doing the stuff that he needs to do to continue his game plan. Whereas when Han is attacking, even if his attacks aren't the most efficient, as you said, you know, the barracks weren't lit up. So this is favorable at this point for Han to be engaging his opponent, because every time he does that, he's slowing down his opponent's macro in addition to getting whatever damage he gets done.
Oh, and this is scary right now. Moving out with this bio alone.
Please be hold position.
Oh, I'm sure they are. There are lurkers out on the map, and he really has to watch where he's going.
I'm scared though. Han's natural expansion is very exposed here. Only 2 lurkers right now. I guess 2 lurkers and 2 sunkens might be able to handle this, but this is very scary.
Are we about to end up in another weird counterattack scenario?
I hope not.
Oh.
This time we do have lurkers ready and available, as opposed to last time. But this is a very massive Terran army. Yeah, this is a massive Terran army. Alright, but he freaks out. fazek backing up a little bit here. We have 4 Marines going to the top right as well, but there should be... Oh no. Well, these lurkers will eventually be able to stop it, yeah. Oh man. Yeah. We almost went into that counterattack thing, and both players were like, nah, never mind.
Both kind of hesitated.
Like, do we want to play a game
and Han remembers game 2.
Alrighty, well, Hive about to finish here, very close on that, and once the Defiler tech gets out, Han is looking very scary. This time around, not losing a bunch of units. Look at the defenses that are in position here right now. Might even be moving down to try to... Oh! Free lurkers? Free lurker day!
Hey!
Got his coupon. Headed
Oh,
down to
watch
Costco.
out! Watch out! Lay down the scam! Oh boy!
Oh man, he thought that those were the lurkers moving out from the third that were supposed to be defending.
That is natural. Lurkers, mutas, and lings about to get up on top here.
But look at he's only got about 3 bunkers worth of Marines here. This is I don't know.
And the SCVs are not in any position to be ready for repair if it comes to it.
Oh my god!
But it looks
every
like he's
time.
just gonna hold off. But it doesn't even matter. He's so far ahead on the tech tree. I mean, I don't think Siege is done. The first tank just hit the battlefield. The starport's just getting the add-on. Hive is already up.
Han is so threatening, dude. He's constantly on the map, constantly moving around, constantly threatening attacks everywhere.
Oh boy!
And a massive engagement in the middle of the map. Woo!
Some good micro here, but
yeah, the Marines plus the mutas though by themselves pretty much being able to clean this up here. Wow, what a massive army to be giving up when he really just doesn't have that much back at home.
Everything, yeah. Supplies are even. That favors the Zerg big time. This is.
Dude, I love the way Han plays this game, man. He's like, I am taking map control forever. I will always be on the map. I don't care what you have to say about it. I'm just gonna be attacking you for forever. I don't care. Dude, he's so scary.
That's exactly what the 5-Rax is supposed to prevent.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the one with the map control, and Han doesn't even care. Yeah, he just takes it. He's had some great trades with the early mutas, and then that last bio ball kill was huge.
Han's just too alpha, man. He's not taking this shit from these Terrans, dude. But look at this. Han's got his macro hatcheries up. He's even got his greater spire morphing. He's going to be morphing behind this down here. Are there even any vessels to deal with these yet? Oh my god, the first vessel
one has not hit the field yet.
Dude, these Guardians are going to do so much damage. And look at the lurker count, man. There's a bajillion lurkers. Han is just doing a great job this game.
A Scourge already on the map.
Dude,
First vessel just comes out. Oh boy, if he picks this off immediately. Oh my god.
Oh no, it's
Scourger
going
right
in.
There. Oh, he does.
Oh,
Oh my god.
and he
Oh
gets
boy.
it. The vessel's down.
That is huge. Losing your first vessel is terrible.
Yeah. Now Han can just slowly leapfrog his lurkers back and wear the scans out. And by the time you get to the natural expansion, you don't have enough scans to shoot the freaking lurkers. Here we go. Are they gonna morph? Come on, Mutalisk. Morpherino. It's time. Come on, Mutalisk. Come on, Mutalisk. And there they go. Guardian time. Alrighty. Han maneuvering himself around this army in the middle of the map. That is a bunch of bio units here. Han trying to, I think, drag attention around the map. Continuing to
he's keeping them away from the base.
Yeah, we do have defilers on the map as well. They have consumed, so defense is gonna be fairly easy because again, there are no science vessels on the map to irradiate and force you to keep rebuilding them. And now here come the Guardians.
Oh boy, and
Wow.
I mean, losing this natural is just huge. Fazek never even
Oh my
started
gosh!
the third
And Han is
command
even
center.
wrapping around and taking.
Oh my goodness.
Units aren't even gonna be able to come
my
here
goodness.
and support it. The Guardians are gonna do everything. Alrighty, well, it's time for Fazek to go ham at the natural expansion, and he knows it. Pushing forward
Base
here.
tradesies.
Can he do it? I don't know. There's no lurkers here, though. Oh
Yeah,
no,
but
there's
he has
no lurkers.
defilers.
Yeah, but you know what's really good against
Thanks. Yeah.
yeah, it's just you just shove your bio through the dark storm, and you can sometimes get him through. But it looks like he's been held at the bridges here. Oh, and it's gonna stall plenty of time for these lurkers to get out now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it made Han take a break there from attacking for a moment,
Yeah, but who cares that?
but he just doesn't
Who
have
cares that?
enough
Look at
units
this!
here.
Look at this parade push
Oh,
of
my
lurkers up the
goodness.
ramp.
Hey, the first Wraith made it out, but there's two Scourge to meet it. Come say hello. Oh, but one runs into the command center. What a bummer.
Well, now we have the counterattack not going so well. Defilers and lurkers. Oh my god, and look at
Big
that.
dark
Look at that
storm.
burrow. Oh man. Tanks going down, medics going down. In the meantime, we have lurkers on top of the production now. Guardians still on the field, smashing up the production. Fazek, wow, dude, Fazek, good luck, man. Han is so strong. I'm very impressed. Fazek's been playing a good game, making all the right decisions, but unfortunately just not getting the map presence he needs in the mid game to be able to push his way into a more dominant position. He's been on 2 base this entire time. He hasn't had the army to be able to contest his opponent in the middle of the map, so he hasn't been able to stop on from going ham on the economy in the top right-hand corner.
Yeah, and this Link Flood is going to be what ends the game for sure.
Yeah. We have a
It's gonna be
defiler
the nail in the
here.
top.
We have a defiler here to protect the top right, and yeah, there it goes.
Oh,
Wow.
Han with a decisive Game 3 victory. That was fantastic.
Woo! Well, very well played by both of our